I don't. We have issues with Geraldine, and she was like, why is she here? She has no.
I was nervous because I was like, please don't play race in this.
I was like,
I was,
what you trying to say?
yeah, I was like,
Geraldine, okay.
I'm like, really, y'all?
I was like,
Really?
Kevin Feige. What's going on YouTube is welcome back to the TV experience here with your man Mr. Andy and the anime hero Swag on Zero.
Kazam.
Kazam?
I couldn't think of a magic word when they like abracadabra,
Yeah.
Kazam. Like I was trying to think of something to relate to magic.
Okay, here giving you our review and breakdown of WandaVision episode 3. In my personal opinion, the best episode yet. This is the episode that we really finally pull back the lines of reality and we actually get to see what's going on with WandaVision and a new surprise that comes into her life, kids. So give me a quick overview real quick of Swagger. How did you enjoy this episode? I'll give you my quick overview and then we'll go into the breakdown, the nitty gritty, and the theories. So stay tuned for that. That'll be in our spoiler section. So Swag, take the wheel.
This episode was great, and one thing I gotta admire about this series is the pacing. Everything doesn't feel as fast as the usual Marvel movie goes. The pacing is very well. It takes its time, and it really fleshes out a lot of the key points that I feel like should be addressed, such as the pregnancy and the kids and things like that. Again, this is a very fun episode, just like the previous episodes we had. I believe this took on the Brady Bunch.
Yes, I'm gonna get all.
Okay.
I'm gonna get.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to. I'm trying to call it out as I see it.
Okay. I'll let you slide for the Dick Van Dyke one because you didn't.
I never seen. I never seen the show. But yes, they took some inspiration from the Brady Bunch, and you could definitely tell it's all over the screen, and I love that.
They dumped that joke right in the episode. They said Brady, and they just dumped that right in the show.
A good amount of the feedback I have is more on the spoiler side. As an overall whole, this is definitely the best episode we had so far.
Yes, I agree with you. My overall runtime like this, I could understand why that the critics got the first 3 episodes, and we had to wait a week for the first 3 episodes because a lot of people I was looking at online were not really happy with what it was going for, and there are a lot of people that still aren't happy with what it's going for because they don't understand the whole TV aspect of it. Right. But blurring that lines of reality, like Marvel's is a slow winding type thing. I know everybody wants everything now. I'm like, but one thing we got good storytelling is I like this because now this hooks me in for next week.
Right.
I enjoyed the color palette. I really enjoyed, they're bringing the kids in, the family aspect. But I love that this had a subtle hint of creepiness in this episode that actually kind of made for comedy. It wasn't like cheesy thing. It was just like, wait a minute, something's going on.
Right.
But I don't know what's going on. And them vibrant colors, I don't know about you. It just meant like staring into Vision's blue eyes. It was just like, I'm creeped out because
I never noticed that.
Oh, you never noticed it?
I didn't pay attention to like vibrant, the very vibrant. The most I noticed was just the setting of the living room. Everything was like contrast was on high. So
yes,
but I never noticed the eyes.
Yeah. So now we gave a quick overview of the episode, but now we're about to get into spoilers. So you have been warned. It is going to be spoilers throughout this whole thing. Complete breakdown of everything we saw, our theories and our Easter eggs of what we see. So you have been warned if you guys don't want any kind of spoilers. But once you see the episode, you make sure you come back here and help out the Nerd Coalition and check out our review. So the first thing I have to say off the front is that at the beginning, Swag called it out. It is a homage to the Brady Bunch when it comes to the opening of Wanda and Vision. Also, they had a little scene in there when they was riding the bike, which was a reminiscence of Three's Company also.
That's right. Okay. Yes. I do remember
But along with the Brady Bunch kind of style opening with a lot of the hexagons, which are kind of like, hints of what's going on in here also, they also did the theme as, you remember the show, The Partridge Family?
Yeah.
Okay. They had, if you listen to the Partridge Family song and listen to the WandaVision song, it has the same kind of contrast and kind of beat to it.
WandaVision. Now and me, everybody.
Okay, I gotta pay attention to that.
Yeah, so now that we're going in, and then Wanda is now pregnant, and Vision is erratic and happy to become a father, and it starts building a swing set out there. And but right now, the doctor only says that they're having a kid. They didn't say anything about twins.
Right.
He said a kid, and they were discussing whether the child name was going to be Billy or Tommy, which now gives us the hint that they are working on Young Avengers.
Okay, I don't remember the kids' names.
Okay, so Billy and Tommy.
In the comics.
Yeah, Billy and Tommy are her kids that turn out to be Wicked and Speed.
Okay. I actually thought the kids, I thought it was like they were twins, but one was female, one was male. So I completely missed that.
Yes. But now this shows because they are Wicked and Speed are part of the Young Avengers, along with Kate Bishop, who's going to be in the Hawkeye series.
Yeah.
And then we also got Scott Lang's daughter.
Yeah.
Who's coming up also. So it already shows that we are definitely going to Young Avengers, and this is honestly will probably play a part of Shuri taking the Black Panther mantle and going there and join over there as well.
Definitely.
Yeah. So with them having the twins and things like that, but so they announced that Easter egg. There was also we had another commercial here, which was talking about Hydra soaked, which it pertaining to Hydra, which I had to do some research, which is a mind controlling soap that Hydra was known to use, and they actually talked about this in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, no one watched that.
They mentioned this in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Coulson actually talks about the Hydra soak in Agents of
S.H.I.E.L.D. That blue soap everyone uses, Hydra loads it up with chemicals. It seeps into our bloodstream and plants false memories into our brains. They want us to believe this is a magical place.
Huh. Okay, so now I'm going against the thing of what's really going on here. Once again, most of this episode takes place of them just being excited about the kids, but this is where my big theory comes from. So the doctor...
Before you do, I did want to mention I did have certain theory on the soap. I'm not sure if you did.
Go ahead.
Now, at first, I thought everything that was going on is like maybe this is Hydra, and they're trying to get control of Scarlet Witch because they know she's the most powerful Avenger.
Well, and she was created from them.
Exactly. Yeah. So they're trying to bring her back because once they got this powerhouse on their side, they can literally do anything. The only ones that could probably stand up to him is Doctor Strange and Captain Marvel, if that.
Is it? Oh, I'm gonna come back to Captain Marvel.
Okay.
Which I already think you already.
Oh yeah. I did catch on, but we can.
Exactly. So there is a thing that some people that don't catch. So the doctor says, "I'm going to vacation in Bermuda, right?
Bermuda, baby."
And it clicked. So Bermuda, we know as the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, okay. I was going to mention that as well.
Yeah, ships and planes have gone lost flying over this thing. That's what people don't know what happened to Amelia Earhart to this day. People don't even know the true story of how, or even it was there's some kind of magnetic pull. So the nickname for the Bermuda Triangle is the Devil's Triangle. The devil in Marvel Comics is Mephisto.
Yep.
So I'm like, looks like they're teasing it, and they do say some little sidelines in the show hinting that the devil is present, in a lot of things. So I'm sitting there thinking this. So I was sitting there thinking, like, wait a minute, could they be trapped in a form of the Bermuda Triangle, such as the Devil's Triangle? Only because remember episode 2 when she comes out, she finds that helicopter, but the helicopter's in color. What it had the sword symbol on it.
Yep.
I'm wondering if that was like Sword's helicopter that was trying to like probably find out what's going on and got sucked into, this kind of reality that she's in that could be put on by Mephisto. Now we're not necessarily sure, but that's just a theory I had where he mentioned Bermuda.
Yeah, actually, we're right on the money because I was thinking the same exact thing is going to bring up the same exact reference with the helicopter, especially with the end of the episode. I'm not sure if you want to jump to that yet, but that I'll further solidify that with when we get to the end of the episode.
Okay, yeah. Also, I take note of it. Like when you said they took a little inspiration for the braid, but she took a lot because the house is almost the exact same house that they had.
I don't remember.
House.
I remember the Brady Bunch house different.
Oh
for
no, that's
reason.
The Brady house.
Okay.
I mean, now it depends on what season you're looking at. But I'm saying, but
it's been a long while. It's been a long while.
Yeah, I do understand. Sometimes the braids can be hard to watch. Sometimes. I understand that. Throughout, there's a part when she's talking to Vision, and Vision, like the music gets a little bit darker, and Vision says, "What are we doing here?" Literally, it's a hard cut. And it's like we go back to the scene right, kind of like seconds before he says it, and he repeats the same line but goes in a different direction.
Something's wrong here, Wanda. Yes, I know what you mean.
And if you look closely, you can look at Wanda's eyes that look like dart back and forth, and she knows something is up here.
Right.
And then we see episode 2 that she said no, and she rewound the time. So at first I'm thinking that Wanda has control of everything, right? And this is her doing it. I would have thought that until Geraldine came.
I was thinking the same thing. At first I would think she has control. Now I think it's like it's almost manipulating it to where she thinks she has control, but she actually doesn't. One of the keys to that was the beekeeper.
Okay.
If she has full control, there's no way he would have got in at all.
You know what? Honestly, the beekeeper wasn't the thing. So when this is the thing why I realized she didn't have any control. When Geraldine comes over and and then obviously she's playing a stereotype of how black characters were in 70s TV shows. She comes over. There's this goose that's in the house.
Yeah.
As Wanda is trying to sit there and hide her pregnancy because she hasn't told anybody that she's pregnant. So they do the whole sitcom trope where people are hiding, themselves being pregnant with different objects and animals, like the Claire Huxtable thing with the dog,
right?
Type thing. So, with that being said, there's this goose that comes out of nowhere, and she kind of tries to make this goose disappear with the red smoke, but the goose never leaves. And that's when I was like, I don't think she truly has control over a situation that she thinks she does. And meanwhile, Vision's on the outside, and there was a time that I don't know if he did this with the doctor or not, but he used his super speed to get him out of there for some reason. So he's showing his powers to the world,
right?
Or Westview, wherever they're at, and he sees Herb, and Herb is going through a cyberpunk glitch where he's like cutting through the wall, but instead of like they make it, he's
right,
just standing there cutting through the wall. And I'm just like, that's creepy to me.
Right. Now I also had a theory on that, playing completely opposite to her having control, to where she does have full control, but because of the pregnancy, it's taking a lot out of her. It's messing up key things in this world.
It could be, but the question is, she made herself pregnant, though, right?
I mean, it takes two. So
you're not about to sit here and talk about something.
I mean, we truly don't know.
Look,
we truly don't know what is going on.
You're right, but there are two eye-opening scenes. There's Visions on the outside, and as he's talking to her, who's cutting the wall, literally, he's out there with Agnes, and then. So Agnes is like, I don't, we have issues with Geraldine. And she was like, why is she here? She has no.
I was nervous because I was like, please don't play race in this.
I was what you trying to say?
Yeah, I was like,
okay.
I'm like, really, y'all? Really?
I was like, Kevin, I was about to be pissed, man. I was just like, she got no kids here. Why is she here? I'm about to say, come.
I was like, don't.
Not
today. Not today.
And I was just like, he was like, well, it's okay to not to have be married, have no kids, but just say, try to be. And she's like, but she has no home.
She's new to town, brand new.
There's no family, no husband, no home.
So then we cut into when Wanda is Geraldine realizes that Wanda's pregnant, and then she she's about to go into labor, and then she helps her deliver the twins.
Mm-hmm.
So now Wicked and Speed are now into the world, and then so when she's rocking the twins, she says, I used to be a twin. My twin brother's name was Pedro. As soon as she said Pedro, the accent came back.
I'm a twin. I had a brother. His name was Pedro.
Mm-hmm.
And she started doing the Sokovia lullaby to the twins. And then Geraldine says, he was killed by Ultron, wasn't he? And she looks and she says, what did you just say? And I was like, oh shit, hell about to break. It's about to be that end game hell talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Took everything from me. I don't even know who you are. The cannons! It was about to be that. I said, don't, please don't blow this black lady away. Please don't. And she said, oh no, I didn't say it there. I'll take the next duty for you, the twins, trying to forego what she said, but she says, what is that around your neck? And I always has a sword pendant
right
around her neck, which we go back to the outside, and then her was just like, look, I don't know if we should be telling you this or not, but the reason is that they kept egging this shit on. I was just like, what is it going to be? And then as he's about to say something, Egan says, stop it.
She came here because we're all
what? What are you trying to tell me?
Because we're all
Stop it.
Kind of like how the mother from that series show said stop it in the second episode.
Okay. Yeah.
And then so what do you think he was going to say? That we're all what?
We're all trapped. That's the one thing I can think of. I think everyone's aware that they're trapped, but they can't say anything against Scarlet Witch or it's game over. Now, the reason I think that's because she did. Do you want to talk about Monica getting kicked out, or
Okay, I'll bring it up right now.
Okay.
So when Vision goes back into the house, he's like, "Where's Geraldine?" And she's like, "Oh, she had to go." Now and then what they don't do is she flies through this portal and she comes to like what looks like current day,
right?
Still in her 70s outfit.
Mm-hmm.
And the question is, even in the trailer, they have a shot of her flying through like different dimensions and stuff before she gets out. They kind of cut that part out. Don't know why. So she's out. And for those who don't understand, Swagger keeps calling her Monica because that is Monica Boone, who is the daughter of Captain Marvel's best friend, that black woman in the Captain Marvel movie. Forgot what her name was.
I forgot her name too.
Yeah.
But Spectrum.
Yes.
She's one of the Captain Marvels of Marvel Universe.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
So that go ahead.
Right. Now I think she is part of Sword.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's confirmed with the necklace. Also, maybe the way she got in was that helicopter that you brought up because of the Bermuda Triangle. Because she only appeared in episode 2, and we realized she was in episode 2 a little bit later, like towards the end of the episode when the whole talent show started.
That's a good theory. I didn't even think of that.
Now, I think Sword is trying to get in there and be like, look, we got to do whatever we can to like take this out, to handle this. Now, I feel like I'm reaching with this. The people in the village could be Skrulls, but I feel like that'll be reaching if I go that direction.
I think what her was going to say is, we're all dead. Because
that would be crazy. That would be crazy.
Remember, in the first, I reacted to this, so make sure you guys check it out on Nerd Culture and Fabrier, where in the trailer, Vision comes up and stops his car, right? And we see it's Angus, and she says, "Oh my God, am I dead?" He says, "No, why would you be dead?" She says, "Because you are."
Am I dead?
No. Why would you think that?
Because you are.
Remember that scene?
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that scene?
I don't remember that at all.
That was in the trailer. And the Vision was, I'm gonna put it in the video. So Vision says that, look, she's like, "Oh my God, am I dead?" He says, no, why would you think that? And she says, "Because you are." So the question is, I'm thinking that it's one or two things. Either Wanda has took this Westview place and literally hexed it all. Like she straight House of M this whole place and turn it into her little playground. And everybody is aware that they're probably dead, but their soul is trapped here. Or maybe it's Mephisto playing this is probably really it's the Devil's Triangle or the Bermuda Triangle, and has Wanda in their hostage, and these are the souls of hell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whoever knows what could be, but they know something that they're not revealing. But that was the most compact, entertaining 30 minutes. Actually, it goes off at 24 minutes. It's literally about 7 minutes of credits. I'm like, really?
Yeah, these credits are long.
Yeah, I'm like,
and being used to Marvel things, like having a lot of post credit scenes, I was sitting through it. I'm like, no, all right.
I was waiting for it though. I was waiting for it.
Now, theories I kept hearing online, they're saying Scarlet Witch is the villain of this. She's the villain of all of this.
It couldn't necessarily be that true, because I think I did hear rumors that they were thinking about making her the true villain of Multiverse of Madness.
That's what I was going to lead to. That's what I was going to exactly lead to, because everything being played here, like there was a shot during the pregnancy where she like screaming and she had this really evil look, and right after they showed the fireplace extended fire.
Yeah,
that could be playing with the Mephisto. That's his name.
Yeah.
Okay, that could be playing into that. I think they already said he was going to be an antagonist in the Multiverse of Madness. I forgot who they said exactly, but I believe he's going to be one of the antagonists in the movies.
Okay.
So he could be using Scarlet Witch as well, because again, she's one of the most powerful Avengers that we have in this roster in the MCU. So this could, and we already know that this is going to have a lingering effect onto Doctor Strange 2.
It really could, and I would I like Wanda as the villain, or it'll be something different, obviously. Right. But I don't know. I think I really think that there's something else in play here. Unnecessary, because Sword deals with alien or supernatural kind of threats,
right?
According to this universe, opposed to what the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. do. But they changed the Sword, because I didn't even notice, because I actually watched Grace Randolph and found this out, that they changed the W in Sword from world to weapon in the MCU.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So I'm like, so what are we dealing? Which makes you think this is like a Hydra thing?
Yeah, it could be. That was also another thing I had. Oh wait, did I say the thing about the soap already?
No, you did not say anything about soap.
Okay, I thought. Oh wait, no, yes I did. I said Hydra could be controlling her.
Okay, yeah, okay.
And she probably used the soap to like start all of this. That's these are the only theories I have. So because I'm confused at what's going on, but I want more of it.
Yes,
I want so much more of it, because it's very captivating on how they're going about it.
But who is Agnes? Agnes. Do you think she's the devil herself? But then once again, I'm like, I'm not sure. People, I'm like, could it be her? But I'm like, I don't know. Like,
I feel like the devil could be any of the characters. Mainly, it could. What if the devil are the characters that are telling them to stop? That 70 Show's mom in the first episode, she said stop.
Yeah.
Agnes said stop in this episode. So when truth starts getting revealed, I feel like that's the devil coming in and just stop.
That's a possibility. So now,
and that could also play like how maybe the beekeeper got in. He snuck his way in somehow.
I think the beekeeper is a part of Sword, and I think that him and Monica are working together. Like it's organization,
right?
And she's, but I think he was too obvious, because he came in there
way obvious.
So like, got these bees flying around him. He got the emblem on his back, whereas her playing the character of Geraldine is more fitting into her narrative of what she's trying to do.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, what do you rate this episode in our rating system?
Honestly, I can't give it anything less than a complete orgasm. I'm having a blast watching this series. I want so much more, especially heading to it. So I do have one more theory, but I'll wait till after you give your rating.
Okay, well, she knows it's gonna be a complete orgasm.
This show is amazing. This show is amazing. I heard this is the highest rating Marvel property.
I mean, yeah, because Marvel don't do TV good. I'm sorry, they don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Other than the Netflix shows, I mean, this is top tier. This is definitely.
Yeah, I mean, now, don't get me wrong, because the Netflix shows were dope, but that was like dark Marvel. That
right,
wasn't,
yeah.
That wasn't Agents of Shield or Agent Carter or any of them other episodes that they tried. This did not work.
Right.
But yeah, when it comes to this, oh yeah, I'm on board for this. And so theories for episode 4, your last theory, and there's one huge spoiler that I don't know if you've seen yet.
I probably didn't. Now, the growth, because she got pregnant quick.
Yeah.
Like, what is it like? Was it 2 days or less?
It seemed like less because,
yeah.
But the doctor came in. She was 4 months, and then she grew.
That's right. It was one day. It was one day because he was about to go on vacation. Yeah, he was about to go on vacation. Crap. Now, the growth spurt of the kids, this could be affected by like them growing up as children. Now, I did hear slight rumors of the casting of Evan Peters coming in this.
That's what I was about to tell you about the big spoiler.
I was gonna say, what if he's Speed?
Or what if he's Pedro?
That's what I was thinking too. Because he could be either or.
Because look, let's just be real.
Either or.
Evan Peters just straight killed.
He's the best. He was the best.
I don't even miss.
I forgot he was. I forgot he was here.
I ain't cried a lick. Okay, I did not. I'm like, so if you want to bring the better Evan Peters over and have them be brother and sister, and then that opens the door for a lot of Fox things now.
Yeah, and
if they want to keep certain characters,
they look more like brother and sister. Evan Peters and
yeah,
this seems more like a brother and sister.
Like that working. You can bring Michael Fassbender in here, bro. Don't
just bring Michael. Just bring. That's all we need. I want to see a conversation between Paul Bettany and Michael Fassbender. That would be crazy. Also, I'm not sure if we mentioned this, but when the doctor tried to go on vacation, he mentioned it's pretty hard to get out of here.
Yes, he did.
So
that's why that was my Devil's Triangle, Bermuda Triangle theory.
Okay, gotcha.
That's because once you're in there, we haven't seen you again. So
yeah, it's a lot, right?
So how do you think episode 4 is going to be before we close this out?
I don't recall. They don't show previews of these episodes.
They don't.
Okay.
They don't.
That's what I hate. I hate just trying to figure. What time zone? We're in the 80s.
So now it would be 80s going in there now.
Okay, going in the 80s.
Because pretty much was the 70s.
Okay,
Archer's family.
Gotcha. I think in the 80s we're gonna start seeing the kids like at an adolescent age, like pretty much like 5-6 years old at this time, and we're gonna get like an 80s theme episode of her trying to raise her kids, and then because I think they're gonna try to play with the kids because kids they're pure hearted.
Yeah,
it is known that they're pure hearted until their first sin. So I feel like one of the kids is going to say something that's going to trigger, something for us to get more information about what's going on.
All right. My thing is usually about how these episodes go. By the time we get to about the 4th or 5th episode, we're due for our flashback episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that episode 4 may be a flashback to figure out who is truly Geraldine.
Okay.
Because I don't see them jumping into an episode and then all of a sudden it's like Geraldine's gone. Okay.
Right.
And I think she's going to play a lot bigger part in this than we know.
Okay.
And then if everybody just says like, where Geraldine go, that she had to leave, and then everybody's worried about her, like, did she banish her away? And I'm kind of figuring out. See, now you have pulled back the lines of reality now, so you now had to really figure out what's going on. So I think we're going to get a little backstory of her because she can't just be zapped out in 70s get up,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And then they find her. I don't know if that's her team or not. And there's a lot of questions to be asked. So I think it may be like they may grab her and hold her and be like, interrogate her, figure out where you've been at or what's going on. And I think we may get a background of how she is able to go in there. So I think we're probably going to get a little bit more of going in there. So I'm curious. Or we could just jump into the 80s thing, like you said.
Right.
But guys, that right there is our review for episode 3 of WandaVision. So you guys can make sure you stay here. Now, obviously, this came up a little late. You guys probably most likely watching this on Sunday morning. But most likely, when it comes to these episode reviews, I'm going to try my best. If I'm doing it by myself, I'm doing my best to have it Friday for you guys. But if me and Swag are doing it, definitely Saturday morning. So I'm looking forward to that. Make sure you check out the movie experience this weekend. Also, I got 3 reviews trying to come to you guys. American Skin, the part 2 of Tiger Woods documentary, and the Salt and Pepper movie that comes out on Lifetime. So I want to check that stuff out. So every weekend I won't be committed to giving you guys movie experiences. So stay tuned for all that great stuff. And once again, this is well, first of all, like, subscribe, and share, do all that great stuff. And make sure you come back in next week. And I also got a new reaction. The new Kong versus Godzilla trailer come out tomorrow.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Y'all see my teaser. Get ready for the trailer. We're going to be ready. So post that comments down below if you guys are ready for that. So once again, this is NC in place. We Chun Chun Mr. D and Anime Hero Swag on 0.
No more mutants.
I want all the mutants. Bring them all over here. How about no more cat? And cap out, why not? All right, and I'll see you on the next channel.